Hey friends, it's Dana Shay, and tonight I wanted to do a very special, very important video, and it's going to be a tribute to my BFF, Sharika Johnson. And it's been 5 years, actually tomorrow, July 29th, will be 5 years since Sharika was taken away from us. And I think everybody can say that we just felt like she was just gone too soon. 5 years ago, Sharika passed away from breast cancer. It was a rare, very aggressive form of breast cancer. And Sharika had beat breast cancer a couple years prior to that, and it came back. And when it came back the second time, it just took her out very, very quickly. And I remember at the time I was actually doing a Beth Moore Bible study. And there was a part in the Bible study that talked about the ways that God can bring you through tragedy. And so I remember I came home and I would call Sharika and tell her about the Bible study. And I remember talking to her and I was like, God can bring you through fire 3 different ways. He can either deliver you from it, He can bring you through it, or He can use it to bring you through to the other side, right? And so we were like, okay, let's X out number 3, because that's not what He's doing here. We just did not believe that God was going to take her. And I think that, when she died, it was such a shock because we believed that she was going to be supernaturally healed from this. And I don't believe that God causes cancer. I know He doesn't. God is not the author of anything evil. But He did use that to bring her home to Him. And that was hard. That was very hard to swallow. I was so mad at God. I was so mad at God when she died. And for all of you religious folks who are saying you should never be mad at God, yeah, I was mad at God. And I remember sitting in my car, and God likes to talk to me in the car and in the shower. So I'm sitting in my car, and I'm like, I'm so mad at you, God. I don't even know if you're real. But yet I'm praying, right? But I'm saying, I don't even know if you're real. And I was so angry and so hurt. And, God just showed me through that, that He was my comforter. He was right there. He never left me, never left my side. He didn't say, oh, you're tripping, you're going to act like that. He just stayed right there beside me. And I love Him for that. And so even that was the worst time, even though that was the worst time of my life, it was also one of the sweetest times because, I don't know about you all, I don't know what your background is, but, I was raised in a Christian home or a Christian family, and I went to church my entire life. And, even though I don't discount that, I think so many times when you're around church all the time, you can take that for granted. And you hear all the church lingo and all the religious talk, but I say that it's those times that you really go through, your darkest moments, that you really find out who God is for yourself. And I know that for me, I asked God, I said, just take away everything that I think I know about faith. Just take it all away. Because what I know obviously isn't right. Because I was thinking this and then this happened. And so I told God, literally, just take it all away. Everything that I've learned, just take it away. I just want to start from scratch. And that was like a rebirth of my relationship with God. And I could tell you that since that time in 2008, my relationship with God has been the best it's ever been. And God proved to me that not only was He a friend, not only was He a comforter, not only was He faithful, but He is now my BFF forever and a day. And so I just wanted to encourage you all. I don't know what your background is, and if you've lost someone, maybe really close to you, but it's a tough time. And people want to help, they want to comfort you, and sometimes they don't know what to say. So maybe you're watching this video, and maybe you aren't someone who's lost someone, but maybe you know of someone who's lost someone, and you're like, what do I say? One thing that you don't want to say is, I know how you feel, especially if you haven't lost someone. If you have lost someone really close to you, then that's fine. But I didn't need people to scripturalize my pain away. Why do Christians feel like we need to do that? Don't scripturalize pain away. Pain, anger, sadness, those are all real emotions. I love it that in the Bible it says in John 11:35, when Jesus lost one of His good friends, Lazarus, the Bible says Jesus wept. Now here He is, the Son of God, weeping weeping. Like, that's profound if you think about it. And there's no way that you can religionize that away, if that's even a word. And so, you know, when someone's hurting, just let them hurt. Just let them get it out. Because, you know, if you don't get the pain out, then it's going to stay bottled up inside of you and you're never going to heal. And I remember going back to that time in my life, and I never thought that I was going to heal. I never thought that I was going to be able to say her name without losing it. And here I am, 5 years later, able to say her name and actually smile and actually cherish forever. I will cherish those memories. You know, those phone conversations. And that doesn't mean that you won't cry, because I'm probably going to cry in a few moments just sitting here thinking about all this, you know. But crying is not a sign of weakness. I saw a quote a long time ago that said something to the tune of, crying doesn't mean that you're weak. It just means that you're alive. And so when someone is going through something that tragic, don't religionize their pain away. Don't try to make them be strong. I hate that when I see people saying, you just got to be strong. No, you don't. No, you do not. So if you are watching this video and you are going through a tragedy in your life, maybe it's not the loss of a person. Maybe it's a loss of a marriage. Maybe it's the loss of a job that you really loved. Maybe your business folded. I don't know. But you don't have to be strong. Don't listen to that. I don't know where we get this mess from. You lose it. You go ahead and you have yourself a big old cry fest. Because crying is one of the best ways to release pain. And when you are able to release that pain in a real and an authentic way, that, my friend, is how you're going to heal. And I'm so grateful that I had the Lord. I don't know how people that don't have the Lord get through tragedy like that. I don't know. But I'm grateful that I have Him. And so I just wanted to share with you all a poem that I wrote to Sharika. This was on the 1-year anniversary of her death. And it's really important and special to me, and I just wanted to share it with you all. So it says, it's been 1 year since you left, 1 year since you said goodbye. I hope you know how much you're missed, how much you've made us cry. Some days I still can't accept the reality that you're gone. And then I remember the good times. Those moments are second to none. And to my heart I place my hands and cherish those sweet days. It seems like only yesterday when God took you away. To me, you were more than a friend. You were my sister too. You always had my back, and because of that, I grew. Friends like you are few and far between. Your wisdom, your smile, your selfless ways, the way you believe God, come what may. You said you wanted God to get the glory out of your life until the end. Well, my friend, that He did, in spite of the way it had been. For me, He shone His light on what I thought I knew. He changed me from the inside out, and that is thanks to you. I love you and miss you too. I wish you didn't go, but one day I know I will see you again. Until then, keep smiling, my beautiful best friend. I got through that without crying. When I wrote my first book, I dedicated that book to Sharika, and I lost it. When I was writing that page, I just boo-hooed all the way to the very end punctuation mark. Because, you know, in life, you're only going to have 2, maybe 3 people who really touch your life like Sharika touched mine. And so I want to encourage you that take care of your friends now. Cherish your friendships now. Because you never know. Life is not promised to any of us. Tomorrow is not promised. And if you have someone, whether it be a spouse or a best friend or your children, take the time to love on them and to let them know how much you care about them. And Sharika, I'm going to see you again soon. I love you and thank you for being my BFF, for loving me, for supporting me, for not judging me, for being one of my biggest cheerleaders. for pushing me, for listening to my dreams, for dreaming with me, for crying with me, for laughing with me. I miss you. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and be encouraged tonight, today, whenever you're watching this. Be encouraged. It's always darkest before the dawn, they say. And so if you're going through your darkest time, just look up, because hope is on the horizon. And you never have to go through anything alone. Look around and reach out to someone, because there is someone that God has selected just for you that will help you bear that pain. So I'll see you guys on the next video. Have a wonderfully blessed night. Bye-bye. I thought we